Clobberin time!
Collide, legends side by side. Stone Cold Loki's got a grin, blow it up 24/7 wins. In the fusion, in the spin, classic throws 'em in the bin. Around the table we discuss the fantasy. Tired Mark and friends, classic tales woven. Marty with the sea, channeling the spree. Ideas running free. Classic says you wait and see. Cloberin times again, hitting where it blends. Panels break the page. In this world we hold the line. Around the table we discuss the fantasy. Tired Mark and friends, classic tales won't bend. Oh, high, Superman in the sky. Oh, Gotham's dark, Batman's ready to try. Oh, Amazon power, Wonder Woman fierce. Swinging in Spider-Man, none can pierce. X-Men strong, united they stand. Fantastic Four exploring new lands. Men grim strength, solid as stone. Heroes together, never alone. Heroes rise like the night, battle on with all their might. Saving worlds, making things right. In their hearts they hold the light. Clashing through each villain we face. Justice calls, it's not a race. Capes and masks, bravery shown. In their hands, truths unknown. Heroes rise like the night, battle on with all their might. Saving worlds, making things right. In their hearts they hold the light. Through the shadows, through the fight, they stand tall, defend the night. Unity, strength, love they give. In the spirit forever live.
Oh, I've still got the thing up. Holy shit. Oh, God help me. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Clobberin Times, Clobbering Book Roundtable. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys have been kicking butt and taking names on this hump day. Yeah! No, I am not going on video tonight. I am freaking tired. This is like stream 5 for me today. So, holy crap. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you everybody for being here. We have got Leah Rose. Good evening, Leah Rose. FKHC 2005 says, hail. The Wrench of Wrenches, Chris Persia, is in the chat. The lovely Sherry is here. And Pat S brings up the rear with the green fireballs and says, everyone loves that blue and yellow Wolverine suit. I'm still a brown and yellow suit guy. And Galadorn the second is here. What is up? Good evening, everybody. I almost said good morning because I am exhausted and I don't know what the hell time it is. But we are here to talk some comics with, of course, the angriest wrench on the internet. There's no one angrier than he. Don't make him angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. Mark the Infinitely Tired. How are you doing, man?
Pretty good. Hey, chat. How's it going today? Just resting up, getting ready to go back to work tomorrow. Yay! But,
yay! That's always fun.
And preparing for a little vacation in 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
That sounds like it's going to be fun.
Should be interesting.
We have got classic comics. The meta legend, the guy who's been kicking butt on YouTube. He's gonna go down as the legendary classic comics. What's up, brother? How are you doing?
Pretty good. Last weekend was pretty hectic for me. I was with my National Guard unit, but got through it eventually. So good to be back. Hello to the chat and hello to everyone.
It's good to have you back. And of course, the guy who likes to blow shit up, ladies and gentlemen. The a pager has nothing on him. I'll just say that. The man, the myth, the legend, 24/7 Fusion. How are you doing, brother? Too soon? Too soon for the pager joke? I'm sorry. Too soon.
I'm good, man. How you doing, man? I'm all right, man. Thank you for having me on. Just happy to be here and with all my fellow panelists, all the great people in the chat, and I'm just ready to blow shit up and talk about some comics.
And Mark's already talking shit in chat, saying even Pat and I agree. I prefer the tan and brown Wolvie.
Oh yeah, there's only one Wolverine costume, and that's it. The blue.
That's
gold.
the first one I remember seeing when I was a kid. Was the brown, the brown one.
Not me. Blue. It was blue and gold when I started collecting comics, but the brown and tan was always. I mean, the brown and tan was always the better costume, in my opinion.
Well, doctors and certain Palestinian groups still use pagers. Yeah. So you said, Mark, you said that the blue and gold was your first one. What was the first book you ever read that had him in it?
Let's see, shit. It's back in 79, 80. And I forget what number it was. It was Uncanny X-Men. A friend turned me on to him because he was a collector of them, and that's where I started reading them at. So it was the late 70s, early 80s when I started reading them. So he was still in the blue and gold then.
So you weren't like an OG Hulk versus Wolverine.
No. Oh, I have that book. I have that book.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. But I mean, no. I mean, that was what, 74. So correct me if I'm wrong. 24. I think it was 74, 73, 74. And I was just a little too young for it then.
Right. I think it was 74. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I do have that book, but it's not like, and I couldn't finance a house or a car with it, but I could make a pretty penny off of it.
Nice. Yeah, Chris Persia bringing the deets. It was Incredible Hulk 181.
Somebody's a big Wolverine fan then.
Pat S said, I read that first mini-series, awesome covers, especially number 3. So I'll ask really quick, and guys out there in chat, let me know what is your like favorite comic ever? Chris Persia, is it Hulk 181? Pat, do you have a favorite? Is there like one that if you could be like, man, I would love to have this comic? Now, I'm not talking about like a Superman #1 or anything outrageous or anything like that. But if you could just be like, I want this comic. Boom, you got the comic. What is it going to be? Chris says you know it.
About being a Wolverine fan. But if you want me to start, I own the comic that I've always wanted. As a matter of fact, Uncanny X-Men #1. I'll just start off there. I do own that. It's because I own a straight run of Uncanny X-Men. But funny enough that bringing it up, I would go with it on the cheaper end and try. I would go back for my Silver Surfers again. I would love to get another run of those, starting with maybe not the older stuff because it'd be a little bit harder to find, but maybe with Mobius or starting with Ron Lim stuff and collecting that.
Classic? You got any that you would be like, oh man, this is the one I would want?
There's a few, but I think probably an Avengers #1 would be really great to have. Oh. It's one of the few I really want that I don't have.
24.
Ooh. Uh, Shit, that's a good question. Actually, I would have to go with. I can't. To be honest, I can't tell you the actual book, and I should be ashamed of myself. But it's the first appearance of the Just Society of America back in during World War II when they first teamed up. The first, because they're the first superhero team in comic book history. So, if I'm not mistaken, um, damn, I can't. For the life of me, my mind is like completely shot, man. But it would have to be that it's issue number 3 of of whatever that comic book is. It's fuck, mom's man, my bad, man. It's just the first appearance of the Just Society of America. That's about the best I can tell you.
All right. So there was I've been looking for it. I can't find the damn cover for it. I looked and I looked and I looked and I put in different search parameters and all this shit. It's the first death of Superman, and no, I'm not talking about Doomsday. This was back in the 50s, the 60s. I can't remember exactly when it was. But I'm sure our dear departed friend Clobby could probably tell me exactly what Superman number it was. But he had died. So at least everybody thought he died. And on the cover, Lois Lane standing there, and I think it's Jimmy Olsen is standing with Lois Lane. It could be Perry White. I'm not exactly sure. But Superman standing there, and he goes, "Superman is dead. I am a robot." He's lifting up his torso, and you see all the like gears and stuff inside of his body. And it gives you this idea that Superman's dead and he's been replaced by a robot. So, and I found that, I can't remember where I found it at, but it was a comic shop when I was a kid, and I gave it to my dad for a birthday present because he was a huge Superman fan. So, and it was old. It was old. It was probably like a 5-cent comic or even less than that. It was a really, the original price on it was cheap.
Yeah,
That's more sentimental value than anything. I wouldn't probably want to get like a super expensive comic. I would want something that meant something to me.
It's funny. I think about maybe 2 years ago, I actually seen that comic. Like going through looking through old comics, and I've seen that it was drawn kind of cartoonishy when actually every comic was just a one-off comic. Like there was never a part 1 and a part 2, and yeah, and I recall I could have swore he opened up his chest or something, and you saw the wires and all that other stuff in him or whatever. But I just thought that was pretty interesting. I thought it was Lois, Jimmy. I think maybe Perry White might have been on the cover also. But yeah, it was during the times when, like, when you would read a Batman comic, you like one issue he's like rainbow color, that kind of shit. It was way back in those days. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was wasn't that like an Adventures of Superman comic?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that cover. And it actually wasn't really going for that much from what I recall. That was like a good $30-$40 comic from when I saw it. But I'm always looking for the cheap books. But I think you can obtain that again.
Pat says the first 1977 Sergeant Rock #1 Easy, DC, of course. And Chris, was your Hulk 181 your answer? Is that if you could have any comic you wanted, would that be the one? Let us know. Anybody else that could just like will a comic into existence and have it, any comic you want, let us know.
Well, if you're talking about sentimental values, Amazing Spider-Man number 210 would be my sentimental comic because my uncle bought it for me a week before he got into a major motorcycle wreck. And I think it was the first appearance of Madam Web, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember. I think it was first appearance of Madam Web, and Juggernaut was in it, and it was a big fight. And it just holds a lot of sentimental value to me because almost losing my uncle from a motorcycle wreck.
Sorry to hear that.
No, that was back in the 1980, but he's fine now. Except for but this was years and years ago. But I mean, it just holds a lot of sentimental value to me, and it's probably not worth anything, but except just the memory of it tied to it.
Well, shit. I mean, after the movie, it probably went up a few dollars.
Yeah. Honestly, may have went down a few dollars. But I mean, it's like sentimental. There are several sentimental comics that I would like to have. But
you know, it's funny when you don't remember you have something and you pick up like a run. I remember getting Revenge of the Sinister Six because I was like, man, I had that when I was a kid, and then you get it and you're going through your stuff and you're like, oh shit, I still have it from when I was a kid. I didn't think I did. I thought I looked through all these and I was sure I didn't have it. Chris says, I can't really say, probably Marvel Comics, Star Wars #1. I never managed to get the first 4 issues of Star Wars. I had them after issue 5 as a kid. I know number 2 is like super expensive.
Right.
#1's expensive, but I know number 2, I don't know about 3 and 4, but I know the first 2 are extremely expensive.
Let's check and see. I'm looking to see.
We'll check.
Star Wars. Marvel. Was it a limited series?
No. I would just put original.
The original was no, it wasn't a miniseries. It was just the first 4 issues of their Star Wars comic. It went through several printings, though.
Yeah, $25,000 for number
1. Oh shit! What rating is it though?
It is a 9.0. It's a holy grail.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah, 115, and it's a 2.5. Someone's got
I have complete. Them, but it's like a 4th edition.
Someone's got the complete series. Holy shit! I've got a couple of those. Holy shit! I've got the whole like bottom row of that. That's crazy. Let me share this real quick. Because wow, I've still got some of those. All this right here, because that's Lando. This purple one, that's Lando on the cover, and then you've got the Emperor's Guards, and then you've got Han Solo, Leia, and Luke in this one, and then you've got Luke and the Emperor and Darth Vader. I've got this whole row right here. I've got, but those are the only ones. I can zoom in. That's nice.
I never had the Marvel Star Wars. I had the Dark Horse Star Wars stuff. I don't know why I never got the Marvel Star Wars stuff.
But yeah, that 1, 2, 3, and 4. And a lot of those other ones. A lot of that I didn't have. I can tell you that right now because I didn't have that many. I only had a handful. There's 1 and 2 right there. So.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, and 4. For $3,499.
How much?
$3,499 for the whole kit and caboodle.
Probably not. they don't look in bad shape. I mean, you have to see them up closer, but that's not a bad price.
Not for all that, no.
Not for that grab, no.
It's 1 through 107, 3 annuals, and the 1 through 4 Return of the Jedi.
I know I've always wanted the Marvel Family issue number 3. I was close to getting it one time a few years ago, but shit, I didn't win the bid. That's the first appearance of Black Adam.
Oh, cool. How much was
Yeah,
the bid?
back in.
How much was the bid hitting for?
I mean, it was bidding for about then it was bidding for about 150, $200, which really is,
That's on the cheap side.
yeah, that's on the cheap side.
Damn, that's not bad not for a first appearance of Black Adam. That's not
Right, and it was actually in pretty decent condition, knowing that it came out during World War II. So I know I got his first appearance when he appeared back in the 70s for his second appearance. I got that shit. I definitely got a hold of that one. And then I got the first Black Adam versus Superman comic. So I'm a huge Captain Marvel fan as well. So Shazam, well, Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain.
Chris said hard to collect Star Wars comics when you don't have a comic book shop in your little town. I totally understand that. And can only pick them up on the spinner rack at the local 7-Eleven. Where do you think I did most of my comic book shopping when I was a kid? It was like Walmart and HEB, 7-Eleven, play anywhere that had a comic book rack. Or a friend would sell to me sometimes.
Oh yeah.
No, I was in Kroger's buying them motherfuckers with the magazines.
We had Magic Mart, 7-Eleven, and K&B drugstore had spinner racks. They had triple spinner racks, and we used to go hit those back when we were kids until old enough to get to the comic shop that I worked at for a couple of years, and that's where I started getting the hardcore into really going into buying stuff.
So Mark worked at a comic book shop.
Yes, I know about the altar in the back. Don't ask me any more questions. Yeah, I worked at Gold Dragon Comics for a couple of years. I would consider it really work. I'd just go to UPS and pick up the comics and then just sort. And my payment was my box. It's basically once a month. That's what my payment was, and that's what we agreed to, which was probably a bad idea. For the owner of the comic shop, that is. Not me. And yes, Pat, K&B Drugs, old school.
Pat S says Clobberin was a K&B guy too. I'm not surprised.
Well, the only funny thing is that when you were going to look for, like, when the Meat and Massacre happened, and I was not hitting comic shop, I wasn't hitting Dragon yet, and Power Pack was part of it. The only way you could get Power Pack was to go to a store, or you had to order, or you had to get a subscription.
Oh,
I
remember Power Pack.
And that was one of the ones that I was missing for years.
Christopher just says, Loki, just don't ask Mark about the secret comic book store handshake, or he will have to neutralize you. I already know it.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody knows. Everybody on this panel probably knows that one. But the altar, we don't talk about the altar.
Oh my gosh!
I know too many things.
So looking back, because I know we've all had our own collections, is there anything that you don't have anymore that you miss, that you're like, I can't believe I lost that, or I can't believe it got, borrowed or whatever? We'll go around. We'll start with 24. We'll start at the start with you.
I'm
go around.
It would have to be all the shit that got stolen a few years ago, man. I had the second appearance of Venom, all the way through first appearance of Carnage, all the other Ben Reilly, the whole Clone Saga. I had all that shit. I was collecting Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man, and Spider-Man. I had all the fucking covers to the Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man when they first came out. It was just let me see the whole when Batman got his back broken. I had the whole run of all that. I was collecting all the Batman titles. Robin, Tim Drake's Robin had that was a great run done by because he was right, the creator of Bane and just uh damn I
You're
even
about as good with me as names as yeah.
no it's just today I'm just not doing that good, man. Just got a lot of shit on my mind, but it was all of that. Had all my whole Superman collection taken, the Death of Superman, all of that. All my X-Men, all my Wolverines. I was collecting all the X-Men, X Factor, Excalibur, X-Force, the Uncanny X-Men, the blue and gold team with just X-Men, X-Men 2099. Oh, I forgot the fucking whole 2099. I had the whole fucking collection. Punisher, Ravage, Spider-Man, the Hulk. Oh, fuck, man. Dude, I could just go on and on, bro. There was just a lot of shit that was taken. Many long boxes gone. And that was pretty fucking bad, man. That was pretty bad. I wish I had, boy, if I'd have had all those books, ain't no telling what my collection will be like right now. But it is what it is, man.
Classic.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I had my collection stolen from me back when I was in high school. I got most of it back, but not all of it.
Anything out of the what you were missing that you would want back?
I mean, as far as sentimental things, you know what? I used to have a complete run. Any of you remember the Shogun Warriors series,
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Marvel
Love it.
published? Yeah, I used to have that whole series, and I really loved it when I was a kid. I'd like to have that
Ooh,
back again. That would be
shit.
good.
I had the toys. Them motherfuckers were like
Um,
2, 3 feet tall. They were big as fuck. I had the Godzilla.
yeah,
Ooh.
I'll tell you another one I'd like is I have a whole run of the original Dreadstar series,
Oh,
except
I
for the
remember Dreadnought.
final issue that Starlin did. I've never had that. I'd like to track that down someday and get a hold of that.
Mark?
There's a couple of titles, but the biggest one would be was my Silver Surfer stuff that I sold a couple of years, probably about 20 years ago. I'd like to have it all back, and the Infinity Gauntlet stuff, and let somebody read that's a Marvel movie fan to see what the actual Infinity Gauntlet story was like. That has nothing to actually do with the movie, but that and probably the new universe stuff too. I know it's not worth any money, but back when Marvel was going through with who was it? Was it Starlin that was it Starlin? I forget who the editor in chief was at the time when Secret Wars 2 ended. They were going to wipe out the Marvel universe and reboot it with all new heroes. But I had all those issues, and I'd like to have those back just for sentimental value from the new universe.
What about you, bro?
Well, man, so much is gone. I used to have the whole the Let There Be Carnage, the Carnage storyline where he first shows up. I used to have that. I don't know what the hell
Yeah,
happened
I
to
had
that. I had some really old Conan comics that are gone that I wish I still had. A lot of it I've been able to like find here and there on the cheap.
Right.
But there's still stuff that I haven't gotten back yet. One of the things I'll tell you what, I will tell you, I'm still missing parts of the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man run. I'm still missing parts of that, and I would love to have that back because that was probably my favorite. That was probably my favorite era from back then. Was that Todd McFarlane Spider-Man run? So
Right.
probably that what I'm missing out of that. I know that's not like, oh my god, Loki, you could have $20,000 comics. I don't know if I want $20,000 comics. I'd probably sell it. Just stuff I've missed, stuff I've lost, stuff that's got taken over the years. I did really good about carrying all my shit around with me in plastic totes. For a long time, I did really good making sure those were not put in like a closet outside or some stuff. What's up, Naptoso? What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
What I'd like to do is get my uncannies all bricked. I'd like to get them rated and bricked because they're not bricked, and that's kind of scary living in the deep south with the temperatures and humidity the way it is. That eventually they're going to go, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to lose them like that. But sooner or later,
Well, it makes them a lot more valuable too.
oh, I know, and I mean, just the simple fact I need to invest the money to do it.
Mm.
But they are in a fire safe, so that's the good thing. The high end ones are.
Dude, I remember this was a long time ago. This was like, does anybody remember People's Court?
Oh yeah,
Of course.
There was a dude in Cali that took this safe company to court because he had a
Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah, he had a Spider-Man #1. He had a Fantastic Four #1. He had an X-Men #1. He had all these #1s, #2s, all these super expensive comics. And he had gone through the trouble of meeting with people from the safe company to make sure that nothing was going to happen to his stuff if he had them in the safe. And they assured him, it's going to be fine. You're going to, they're going to be awesome. No, you get airflow. No, you don't. And he found out pretty damn quick that his comics went from, holy shit, maybe that's a 9 to yellow and orange and discolored because of the heat inside the safe.
luckily mine has not done that. Luckily, mine have not turned colors. He must have. I don't know. He must have done something to do something that there had to have been some kind of outline condition for that to happen, because mine have not. Of course, age discolors some of the white, kind of yellows things, but it's not super bad.
No, it was a brand new safe. It was like it was the safe company themselves. They did something fucked up with the safe.
Okay.
And I can't remember. Yeah, it wasn't the dude. It was he he bought the safe brand new. He tried to make sure that everything was legit before he had put anything in there. The people like what Loki said, the people came to his house, they looked at the safe, they guaranteed that the shit, whatever he puts in there was gonna be safe, it was gonna be good. And then people fucked up with this, the safe fucked up on his own. He didn't do nothing to it, and he fucking took him to court. I remember that shit, man. That was fucked. That was bad.
So I think he ended up getting like $85,000 for it. Of course, this was over 30 years ago, guys. So I don't know what they were priced then, but I do know he got a lot of money for what he had.
He should have.
Pat says the guy lost over $100,000 in comics during Katrina. Safe got waterlogged. I can't imagine that. Keep your stuff off the floor, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If it can be ruined by it sitting on the floor, pick it up off the floor.
I mean, isn't that what happened with Mark C? May
I
he
think
rest
so.
in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he told me that he pulled long boxes after I think was it I can't remember if it was Katrina or what, but he pulled out long box after long box, and all his comic books were all fucked up, and he had them all in great condition, and like basically he lost all his fucking comics. That was bad. That was bad. I remember that. I'll never forget it. I remember him telling us about it. That was fucked up, man.
I'll take care of your stuff. Make sure it's secure. Make sure you got it protected. Mark, that goes for you too. Get them graded, for God's sakes.
Well, I mean, eventually they're gonna be buried with me if I don't sell
I'm one to talk. Let me pull up something real quick because I
the
got
line.
these.
The
Go ahead.
lining of my casket when I get cremated will be lined with them so they can burn with me and they'll be part of my ashes. I leave them to nobody.
So Mark's taking his shit with him, just so
Yeah.
everybody knows that.
Yep, it goes with me. And the funny thing is, Arlena's badgered me about selling my my double everything that I've got doubles on. I told her nope.
Yeah, no. I don't see him. Huh, it's weird.
Like most stuff that I have double issues are on. I've got some stuff from the 70s, but most of it's from like the late 80s, early 90s, or what most of my double issues are on, all the way up until I stopped collecting. What I'd really like is the graphic novels. I only have like 2 graphic novels. I never really got into them, and I'd like some of the old school graphic novels. I'd like to have them. The only ones I've got.
Graphic novels.
Yep, the only 2 that I have is God Loves Man Kills and The Death of Captain Marvel. Those are the only 2 that I own.
Oh yeah. I got the Death of Captain Marvel too. I definitely have that. Matter of fact, I have I have almost his whole complete run. I actually.
Damn, sweet.
Yeah,
So
I
you
got
see
issue
this-
number 1. And, what's that?
You see this cover?
Nice.
This is a 5-piece cover. So there's like 5 other pieces to this. And I didn't see all of them. This is one of them. There's another one. It's freaking small. God help me, dude.
Is there any way to blow it up a little bit? I didn't mean to
Not
interrupt
that
you. I
one.
just wanted to see it better.
Yeah, my old eyes can't see that
I'll
small.
go back to this one. So this is just part 1 of like 5. And I've got the virgin covers. So I've got all 5 and they're minty. They're like minty fresh, still in the plastic, never taken out of the plastic, minty fresh.
Right.
So I've got to combine. Here's another one of them. This is another one of the connecting covers. So and they look sweet. They're absolutely sweet. I've got the hardback version of this too, the set, just because I wanted to read it and I wasn't about to open. I wasn't about to open the 5 that I got because I didn't want air to hit it. I didn't want anything touching it. I wanted to save it for when I send it off to get it graded.
The dogs are going crazy. Sorry about that if you hear the animals barking.
No,
Okay.
you're good. Adagus says make a funeral pyre with them, Mark. Viking boat loaded with your comics.
Oh yeah, with me right on top. And everybody saying no. And me clutching Uncanny X-Men #1 in my hands with a shitty grin on it. With a shitty grin on my face. Oh. But speaking of X-Men, didn't the X-Men covers? Yeah, they did. They linked together to make a poster, a long poster when they made the blue and gold teams, when they split the teams up.
Yes.
X-Men title, not the Uncanny, but the X-Men. Or was it Uncanny in it as well? Did they all fit together, or was it just the X-Men title that fit together?
From what I remember, it was the the X-Men
Yeah,
titles.
it was the X-Men title. But I didn't know
Yeah.
if Uncanny X-Men was tied into it or not. I don't remember. That's been 30 years ago, so I don't exactly remember which ones. I did.
Yeah,
I'm
because
pretty sure. Go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
because didn't they split them back in like Uncanny X-Men issue 276?
I think it may have been around that time. I'd have to go back and look,
Or was
or
it
maybe a little bit
283?
later. It might have been a little bit later. I'm trying to remember because they went through the Morales saga, and then that's when Xavier came back from the Shi'ar, the whole thing with Shi'ar and the Kree,
Right.
and that's when.
From
I had
space.
all those.
Yep,
Yeah.
because Jim Lee had just taken over. I think he had been penciling it for a while, but wasn't a regular penciler, and that's when he became the regular penciler. God, I hate him. But God, I hate him. But
Yeah, Jim Lee's an ass.
Save me!
everybody,
They've got me. They've got me locked in the basement.
I remember that.
Help!
all of them were kind of pompous and arrogant. That the big five that left when they left. But you had some like who was it? Del Keown. He was cool. Or I'm not always saying his name right. The guy who did was it the Max or the Pit that he did?
Yeah.
He was pretty cool. The guy who did Savage Dragon was pretty cool. But like Todd McFarlane.
Keown did Pit.
Oh, he did Pit. I'm trying to think of who did Savage Dragon. Was it Tiber that did Savage Dragon?
Yeah. Sam Keith did the Max.
Okay, Sam Keith. Sam Keith was cool, but Todd McFarlane and Jim Lee and of course Doofus Liefeld, those three just they never did anything for me because my favorite X-Men artists were Willis Portacio and Mark Silvestri.
Yeah. Wasn't
Really?
Fabian
No Chris Claremont in there.
Oh, he's a writer. Fabian Nzia, you're right. It was Fabian Nzia.
Yeah.
That was who did the.
Yeah, he was fucking awesome.
I'm losing my mind.
Thank you for the correction. I've always said that name like that. And I don't know why, but yes, that was who did the Savage Dragon.
I'm losing my goddamn mind.
What's wrong?
Oh, I'm just what I'm if I can't speak the right words, I just need to not speak at all.
What'd you say wrong?
I brought up Chris Claremont. It's not Chris Claremont, but I can't think of the guy's name now. It's the guy who did most of the art for Chris Claremont's X-Men.
Oh, that was, let's see, Silvestri, Lee, Willis Portacio. Were you talking about Chris Bocciolo, or if I'm saying his name right? Correct me.
I might have been
Bocciolo or whatever his name was. There was a bunch of them that probably Claremont was the main writer for him for the good chunk of it. And that's where Clobby would get pissed because it was all because he wrote soap operas. I love Claremont's writing, even though he did piss me off because he tried to kill my favorite character. Damn near succeeded in almost doing it too. Two of my favorite characters, Kitty Pryde and Nightcrawler. Yeah, but Jeebus, he did do X-Men later. He when they upgraded him from moving him from Gen X to the Uncanny X-Men or regular X-Men titles, he was a artist a little while for it.
I dig it. Thank you. You're losing mine or forgetting a name, which I do. I can't seem to help but forget a name like every single morning when we're talking about movies or shows or whatever. I'm yeah. Yeah.
So. We're not getting any younger, like.
Nope. And on that note, what do you guys got coming up? What do you guys got coming up on your channel? Mark, when are we going to get more orcs and ghosts and goblins? And
No,
when are you
no
going to
time,
read the tale of Gotrek and Felix?
no time soon. I've made a decision that I am not going to stream for a while if I ever go back to it. It's just work's got me too tied down, and I am kind of enjoying my new job, not being the person running everything and sitting back and let somebody else do it for a change. It's been great. So, and I mean, with limited time, with my 2 days off, I like to do other things as well. So I may do the occasional stream. I may stream with somebody if they want to stream, but it's just not in the cards for me right now.
Gotcha. So nothing. You're not doing nothing.
Nothing. Nope. Just being a wrench for you and for other channels. That's it. When I get a chance to do it.
Classic. What do you got going on?
Okay, well, I've got I hope to have a new video out this weekend. And then I will be appearing on J-Man's channel Saturday night. We're going to be talking about the graphic novel The Hunger, which is Galactus versus Darkseid.
Yeah, I remember that.
Never read that one.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
And that'll
yeah, that was during the time of the DC versus Marvel. That was a while back. Shit, a few decades back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it was like late 90s.
yep. The Hunger. Yep. Wasn't that like graphic novel kind of I don't remember
Yeah,
it being just
yeah,
a
it was
comic.
a one shot, prestige
Yeah,
format, one shot.
yep. I remember that.
Oh, I just remembered something before 27 goes. If there was a comic collection I'd like to have back, Kingdom Come would be it. That would be my lone DC choice to have back. It just popped in my
I
head. And I don't know why it popped into my head.
I could agree with that. I'm right there with you on that one.
Yeah, I still
I
got
could do
mine.
that.
Good thing old assholes didn't steal that shit.
Probably didn't like DC Comics.
Yeah, that's
24.
what it looked like. Yeah. Fucking assholes.
24. What do you got coming up, brother? What are you working on?
I'm shit. Actually, just I'm actually looking for my next topic to talk about, make a video on. Besides that, trying to wrap up this Hulk video I've been working on for the last couple weeks, doing some editing and stuff like that. So hopefully in the next day or two, I would have that wrapped up and ready to show the world, my editing skills on the first Hulk transformation ever done in live action. So that's the Incredible Hulk with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. I plan to put a spin on it and release it out to the public. Hopefully, everybody's they enjoy it when they get a chance to see it.
Cool beans. That sounds absolutely marvelous. I'm just kidding. Is anybody, before we get out of here, is there anybody out there that is in any way excited or like wants to watch Agatha?
Uh-oh. I already knew you were going there.
What's
Oh man.
I don't care. I'm just like,
Oh shit. Talking about the gayest Marvel show.
that?
Yeah.
well, that's what they're calling it. I mean,
Yeah, I heard. I heard it's gonna be a whole lot of scissoring.
Oh God, they're gonna outgay Doctor. They're gonna outgay Doctor Who.
Oh shit. And the acolytes all together. Oh man, that's gonna be interesting. Nah, I'm not gonna be watching none of that shit. I guess I'll be hearing everybody else tear it down. I have fun watching those videos when everybody takes a jab at it.
I hear that.
Oh.
All right. Excited? No, but I'm gonna watch it. Luis.
Why?
Hold on.
Why would you do that to yourself, Louise? Come
Nomine
on.
patria, Sirius Spiri.
Oh dear God! You talk bad about me watching Star Trek. That's worse.
All right, we're getting out of here, guys. Thank you so very much, everybody, for watching, hanging out, being here. Thank the panelists. We've got some of the greatest guys talking comic books here. Sorry, everybody, if I sound burned out and exhausted, but I am burned out and exhausted. So this will be fun to be like, you know what? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go to bed until tomorrow. When the guys see the early stream in the DM group chat later in about the next 30 minutes, they'll be, wow, he really is going to bed. Yeah, I'm out. I'm tired. I am done. So I will see you guys tomorrow. We have a guest for Thirsty Thursday, so that should be fun. Until then, guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a great Wednesday night and the end of your hump day.
There you go. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Later.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.